Hello there and welcome to another edition of the Monday Pool Archives. I'm Andy Jackson from Tepid, the Ellesmere Popplewell Independent Division, and with me tonight is the Sergeant of Pool, Nick Allen, from the Bridgewater in Chester. How's it going, Nick?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to the Steve Smith Memorial Cup 2016. In the previous few episodes we were doing the League Cup of 2016, but we're going back a week earlier to this tournament, which ran in the 2 weeks either side of it. We'll start the video in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there's that man Davies, Simon Popplewell walking up. There's me rocking the balls up. Yeah, so I believe there's been some news in the Chester Thursday League set up.
Yeah, yes. The Cottage have got rid of their pool table, so they haven't got any teams at all now. The Boston Hall Cricket Club are dropping out. We don't, and we're not sure about everybody else yet.
Well, the Cottage, of course, we've both played there in the past. If you've been listening to the podcast, you'll be well aware of that from some of the episodes we've done. The Boston Hall Cricket Club, we've played there a couple of times, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have some good matches there. So, yeah, I think they'll be sadly missed.
Yes, we won't miss the table though.
Yeah, the boards and table, quite basic. Quite a nice table tonight, again with the on cue. Davies takes advantage of Simon Popplewell missing off the break, did he? Oh. Well, anyway, Mr. Popplewell is on the table with a thin. He's gone for a double.
And also, Cliff, for people who have been listening to it every week, you will have heard mention name Cliff. He is looking for players, but then playing from the Cherry Orchard. So he looks like he's struggling for a team at the moment.
Yeah, we established that in a previous episode that the former number 15 Georgian Dragon and Racehorse team now most recently playing at the Cherry Orchard, and
well, that's where they play. That's where they're going to play again next season, but they're looking for players.
Another shout out for players.
Yes, because people obviously with this going on don't want to play.
So the June hearing on the lockdown situation and restrictions, that the league's waiting for that to be announced for sure, aren't they, before they actually make any changes and get the pool league going again. But there's also a 3-man competition with a fair bit of money to play for.
Yeah, and they'll be playing at Riley's.
So that might go ahead earlier, what with effectively a rule of 6 around the table, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be the case, so maybe that would go ahead earlier than the actual pool main team leagues, which could have anywhere from 5 upward to about 12 players in a team. Well, there's 7, isn't it, on a Thursday? Well, so we can probably assume that the Monday League is in a similar situation, can we, Nick?
I would imagine so, yes. I haven't heard from them, but I'm guessing so.
Cracking effort there for Mr. Popplewell. 3 cushions, not the yellow over the pocket. And speaking of Mr. Popplewell, most recently spotted playing snooker for St. Werburgh's So I imagine the snooker situation is also very similar.
I would guess so, yes.
Darts?
Probably imagine the same. I know as my dad plays in the league still at bowls, and I don't. I believe they're hoping to start at the beginning of July.
You said a Welsh Bowls League.
Crown League, yeah. Unless things change, of course, again.
But didn't you say the Welsh Bowls League has already started up?
Yeah, that one has, yeah. Wales have already started up, yeah, but the Chester one wanted to wait a bit longer to see what was going on.
Speaking of Wales, we've got a Welsh player at the table now. Sam Popplewell. Looking good here. You could finish these off. He's got a plant. We saw Ron Wilson have a few problems with plants last week, didn't we? Spoiler, yeah. If you haven't watched that tournament, you might want to. If you haven't seen the last 3 episodes, you might want to go. That preceded this, you might want to go back and watch these halfway through this tournament, and then you've got it. You'll be watching them as they happened. He's decided not to play the plant. Sorry, were you saying anything there, Nick?
Well, I think he's screwed up here, hasn't he? Because he can't. Because he's made it difficult for himself now, hasn't he?
It's not an easy long yellow, is it?
No.
Makeable, yeah. Look, just rattled over the pocket. It's not left Allen much, I can tell you that.
He hasn't really got a safety shot on to play here, has he, either?
You can possibly snooker him behind, but yeah, that's the one.
And behind this red, like he's trying to do now. And I think he's done it.
Yeah, it's a cracking shot there from our lad. This is the elite of the Steve Smith Memorial Cup. This is the Division 1. We've also got Divisions 2 and 3 in this competition. So the cottage, without a pool table, will be focusing on darts and bagatelle, I imagine, Nick.
Well, the bagatelle, they're not sure there's going to be a league for that because there's so many people have died, and teams were thinking about folding up before they go to play for other teams. So that might not happen. They don't think that will start again, so it might be just darts.
Well, I think it's speculated.
On course, what's got dominoes? They might play. I know they like to play dominoes as well, don't they?
I've not seen any dominoes played. Do they play that by the door, or do they play that near the darts?
By the door, usually.
Well, he's got a chance here.
That's the Chester League. I believe that's Chester. They play that as a Chester League as well, dominoes.
I think I speculated that people would want to dance when they can do. They'll be missing that. Probably more than playing pool. Will the place where the pool table was be turned into a dance floor, Nick?
Well, no, I did hear a rumour they were trying to get another darts board to play at, to try and get more darts teams in there.
Yeah, I think darts probably drew in more people. I mean, pool did bring a lot of people into the cottage, but I think darts brought in as many, didn't it?
Well, darts they played more often. Darts was on more nights, isn't it? So now they play darts on a Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday as well.
My goodness, that's a lot of darts.
Because they have a ladies' darts league on a Wednesday. For just ladies.
Yeah, well, it might work out for them. I'm sure it'll be the right decision, whatever they choose to do.
Yes.
Snooking himself there.
Well, unfortunately, they'll probably lose some customers who like to play who like a game of pool, though, won't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it sort of brings in a slightly different clientele. He gave himself a tough snooker to get out of there. Well, it wasn't particularly tough, but it frustrated him how he snookered himself.
Yeah, he'd be favourites. So Reds would be favourites now, I'd imagine.
Alan's got a tough plan, but if he can just do something like that, that's a great shot.
Yeah, it's got another plant on now.
Just needs to come off thin on this one. Oh, he's come too far. Actually, not too bad. Yeah, lovely. Good finish.
Just got to be make sure he doesn't misses the middle pocket. Oh, just.
So 1-0 to Davies. If you've not been listening to many of these, each match consists of 2 racks of pool, with one player breaking in each. So matches can be drawn, lost and won, and the Swiss system in place, so my guess is that 3 matches will be played by each person, and then players will either get promoted, relegated, or get into playoffs depending on the total amount of points they accumulate after the 3 Swiss system matches. So, has it made you excited at all about playing pool again, Nick? Having seen these official arrangements come through about the Thursday week?
Yes. Just need to get someone to have a game of pool with and practice with someone. And don't want to practice with my dad. He's not very good.
Well, I mean, just playing any game of pool at the moment would be a bit better than nothing at all, I imagine. But I think your dad probably won 1 or 2 games, didn't he, for you over the years in your teams?
Yes, but he was playing people at his level.
My dad certainly is a decent competitor for myself. You'll see him later in this tournament. Yeah, he's looking quite good, Aled. I think I was saying in another episode, you can see his style is the way he moves a cue ball around, slightly different to the way I do. So it's sort of his own characteristic style. Nice effort to draw the cue ball back there from Simon. Leaving himself some difficult long shots in this match. See, Nick, you'd be a Division 3 player, I think, because you just joined us. I'm in 2 minds whether you actually turned up for this one, though.
I can't remember playing in a tournament where Simon was at. I don't remember ever being invited to one with Simon being there. I remember being one with Alex, but I don't know if it's ever been one with Simon.
Well, this is a week before the one which you were in, the League Cup, so I probably would have tried to get hold of you unless I didn't. But you might have had a prior engagement. But we can talk about how you think you would have got on if you were here. If you don't, which, as it seems, you weren't actually here, but we can speculate what it would have been like if you were there. Simon's still in this one. He's keeping Aled's red tied up. and the cushion. So would you be knocking the red in off Simon's yellow, knocking the yellow safe?
I tried to, yeah, I tried to.
I think
Alan's tried to, but he's missed it, hasn't he?
I think he could have had a chance of breaking him up if he'd hit it correctly, whether it been putting the red in direct or going off the yellow. He's missed an opportunity there. He's got a chance for double here. Oh, he's double into him, knocked them up. Oh, that's good. Split them up a bit there. So, is this one of the better tables you've played on, Nick, down at the OnQ? What are your favourite tables to play on?
From what I remember, yes. What was my favourite table? Favourite table would have been... That's a good question.
Were you more of a fast cloth player, or did you like the slower ones?
I prefer the faster one. It suits my game better.
Yeah, me too. I don't like to have to whack it.
I always like the carton one's quite nice.
Yeah, from what I remember, that was decent. This game's just going nowhere at the moment. Well, that's a good shot from Simon. Nearly doubling the yellow into the pocket. Aled can get round here and finish it off. He's half ball red into the corner, he's missed it. He needed to get through a lot of traffic to have a chance of the red in the middle pocket. Simon, a thin cut into the middle maybe. Yeah, spot on. Can he get back for his yellow into the middle? It's thin, isn't it, Nick? But I think he can make it.
Just got to be careful where the white goes and go get back down for the yellow up here.
He's got too much on it.
He's gone too far. He's not going to pop this.
Yeah, I wondered if he could actually get that. I didn't think you could get enough on it.
Unless he's going to bank it.
Yeah, well, he'd been playing one pocket with us, you see. That would have been kind of a one pocket shot. A bank into the top corner. He's made it as well. Fantastic shot. He's just snooking himself on the black. You see a lot of feet there in the background. I'm trying to identify who they are. Then we saw Big Al walk onto the picture. Big Al also in this top division. Aled sporting, I think it's an England leisure wear top, which is very similar to one of the old away kits we had, probably around 2012. Okay, home and dry, navy blue with a blue collar.
He's popped the white, but the white's gone down. Oh, this should be game. One each.
Certainly looks that way, doesn't it? He's not do anything stupid here and home and dry. Yeah, 1-1. A fair result, do you think, Nick?
Yes.
I think that long double was worthy of a draw from Simon. I think Aled the better player generally, but couldn't quite do enough to get the win. So we'll have to wait and see who's coming up next. Yeah, I think some tables are so slow that you really had to put a lot of force behind the ball to get any direction, get it anywhere near the pocket. Otherwise, you could be giving away a lot of fouls for not hitting the cushion or potting. But another big factor is I'd rather a slow table that was uneven than a fast table that was uneven. Because at least you've got a bit of grip by the cloth. If you've got a fast, uneven table, then you're just going to be it's just going to be rolling up to it and maybe even missing the object ball by the time you get to it. And your shots will just be way off. So some good tables in the Chester setup, and this Ellesmere Port table at the on-cue, also a decent table. So I'm going to be racking the balls up. I can assume we've got two tables going on. Does it look like that table there, Nick, is being used by somebody in shorts? Someone in jeans walking around? Yeah, I think we've got... Yeah. We might even have three tables. If you look to your left, it looks like we could be using that one as well. It's got three divisions going on here. That looks like Alistair. Looks like Alistair's playing his Division 2 match on that table. That looks me like I'm shaking the hand of my dad there. Looks like it might be Marie, if I'm not mistaken, playing Alistair. Right, Michael Jackson, our first look at Michael Jackson in the podcast. The King of Pool, Michael Jackson.
Oh, he's playing his son.
Yeah, one of his sons. Yours truly, Andrew Jackson. Probably not as famous a name as Michael Jackson, but a former president of the United States, otherwise known as Old Hickory. So I've started well. I've played a decent plant, one that Ronnie would
be proud of.
Yeah, one he would have struggled to make. Am I going to drop this, or am I going to draw it across and just drop it? But short there, just left it over the pocket. A bonus point if you can guess what shirt I'm wearing in this match, Nick.
The Great Britain Lions.
I'll give you that, yeah, the British and Irish Lions 2005 Tour of New Zealand. Are you looking forward to this month's tour? Obviously we've heard there'll be no, well, this year's tour, there'll be no fans.
Yes. I don't know. I would hope he's going to give everyone be equal to the all the home nations, and not just pick players because he coached them or played or had. But he coached that country.
Is it Warren?
I hope he's not going to just pick Wales and Ireland because he's been he's been the coach of those two countries. They were going to pick some English ones and Scottish ones as well.
I'm sure there are good players from all four. I don't think there was much between the lot of them in the Six Nations. Of course, going up against the world champion South Africa. And the last one, of course, in 2017 was absolutely fantastic. A drawn game against New Zealand. A drawn test, or rather drawn series against New Zealand. So I've got the upper hand at the moment, but yeah, I think my dad's got two.
That's interesting. Your dad's got a different type. of way of playing compared to you.
Yeah.
You're more lower down. He's got a bigger back.
Well, that
So,
might come with age. I mean, yeah, my dad always gets down on the cue, but I think I got kind of obviously played with my dad growing up. Mr. Possibly a costy black there into the middle. But I very much moulded my game on from reading books and watching tutorial videos on YouTube and watching the professionals but I imagine there's still parts of my cue action which are similar to what my dad taught me. Of course, my style not particularly superior. Wasn't a bad effort, was it?
no.
Could have done with it going in.
Yeah, because I think your dad's probably going to snook you now.
I bet you can guarantee that. Yeah, that'll do. Behind 2 balls, nice tight snooker. So my dad won it, beat me in the final in 2014. I've missed Mr. Black over the bag. Right, my dad's got 2 shots that don't carry now. I think he was probably quite new to black ball rules at the time, but he played them for about 3 or 4 years after. So, but he's just going for it here, which is sometimes the best way. And my dad's game certainly very effective. Will that yellow go past the black? Yeah. They're all there. You have met my dad, haven't you, Nick?
No.
No?
No.
He's got to be taking this yellow down the bottom here and working his way back up
so.
for the yellow in the other corner bag. Or maybe the middle. No, the other corner bag.
Well, he nearly spotted the black for you.
Yeah, well, nearly knocked it away from being over the middle. He's got hamper queuing here, but he's got no other option but to go for it. Yeah, no problems. It's like 1-0 to MJ with this simple black.
I've seen this missed.
Yeah, even hampered by the cushion. No problems with the queuing there, especially that final colour he played in. So yeah, I mean that's what happens if you miss a couple of opportunities against a good player. You end up being costly. I miss a black in the middle, and 1-0 down currently in this first Swiss system series of matchups. The other match will be Alan Kavanagh and Ron Wilson for a change.
I haven't seen that one before, of course.
It looks like we're focusing on Division 1 at the moment on the TV table anyhow. Oh, that's not help matters. I've put the white off the table on the break.
Oh yeah. Oh. Of course he hasn't got an easy start, has he?
No, there's any consolation. All the balls are, there's a crap break in more than one way. The balls haven't broken up very much. So unless my dad can do something to break them up in his first shot, then I should at least get back on the table. So I think my dad would beat yours, Nick, at pool. Judging by what you were saying before, I think you'd agree with me. It's more of a containing shot there, just not a solitary ball out. So might be a good time for a fun fact. Just, I mean, they're never any good, these facts. They're just usually something that I've picked up from another podcast, and I'm not going to be able to tell it as well as in the podcast that I heard. This is another one from Everything 80s podcast, Jamie Lodgy. If you want to listen to some of them, if you grew up in the 80s, you might like them. In one of these episodes, he talks about Alexis Smirnov, and they were talking about Russians. The way they were dealing with people over there. There was a curfew, and one of the officers shot somebody, and somebody said, "Well, why did you shoot him? It's not the curfew yet." And he goes, "Well, I know where he lives, and he wouldn't have made it." There's something to have a little think about. Just trying to negotiate my way around. Again, I'm seem to be taking control of this, but there's no guarantee to win if I can't finish them. Half ball red into the corner with a bit of screw back. Oh no, let's play it round. I don't think I would have missed it if I didn't screw it back. If anyone's listening to these regularly and would really love to be a guest on the show, then please let myself or Nick know. Oh, that wiped its feet. That red going into the middle. I'm making the most of the time on the table here. I've just kind of tried to cover a pocket or something and not really done so. So a 3-ball plan for Mike Jackson here. Yeah, he's chosen to keep the yellow over the pocket and get his balls out, which is a good shot. If I can, it looks like I'm playing this red with a lot of right hand side. If I can float it over and knock the yellow in as well as potting the red, that would have been okay. So I think this yellow will squeeze past the red. Yep. Mike Jackson been playing with in the Ellesmere Port League mainly since 2009, I understand.
I don't remember him ever playing against us in the Chester League. Did he ever play in Chester?
Only the odd game. I think there was one when we did the. He played once at the cottage, or for the cottage, and once for Cross Foxes 17. I think it was at the Wheat Sheaf in the cup match. I'm wondering if my dad's not managed to get a cushion there. Have I got 2? Possibly not. But I'm not liking. Oh yeah, I've got 2. Great. So yeah, if I can pot this. If we can play a plant, play the red down, cover the yellow, replace the yellow with the red. Playing this with a lot of angle. Decided to whack it, and I've also knocked the black out. I think that was a bit of a mix bag. That was certainly the attacking option. Are you a fan of that shot, Nick?
It was a good, very brave shot, and he got lucky.
Yeah, I think if I can cut this red into the middle, I think it will be worth. It would have been worth me playing that shot. I think, yeah, if I get to the point where even if I miss the black, if I don't leave him anything, yeah, right, thin cut into the middle pocket here, but it's not far away from the middle, so I'm playing this with a lot of power. No, I'm not. I've completely missed it. I completely made a hash of that. I don't know what went on there, but the cue in action was dreadful. Someone skipping there, playing at the other table.
And if your dad doesn't clear up from here, he needs shooting.
I'm not sure my dad needs shooting under any circumstances, but
well, it's
he
so
shouldn't
easy.
have any problems.
A blind man should clear this up.
He's left himself with
maybe not now.
Yeah, he's hampered on the cushion again, but it didn't bother him in the last one. In the last frame. So to drop this yellow in, oh yeah, kind of look like it, he twisted into it a bit, but that's a spot on shot there. And the black for a 2-0 win and an opener. Yeah, Mike Jackson puts his foot down as a serious contender, as expected, might add, for the Steve Smith Memorial Cup 2016 with a win over Andy Jackson. That's me. I'm pointing over at somebody there. Yeah, was that a good performance from Mike there, Nick?
Yes. I'm not going to comment about your performance.
Yeah, the miss black in the first frame cost me, and then that howler of a shot in that when I went for a thin cut in the middle. It wasn't stupidly thin, and it was quite close to the bag. And I played it with some stupid cue action and completely missed the ball completely, and left the white in the grunt of the pocket.
Yeah, there's Malik coming in with his suit jacket on.
I think he's just arrived, Nick. Yeah.
Yes.
He's just arrived. So I don't know if Al will be playing him in this one. Al might have to play someone else. But yeah, the Swiss system will probably account for that. Yeah, what impressed me about my dad in that match was he didn't mind leaving himself with poor position a couple of times. He was potting them from everywhere, whether it be hampered over another ball, or whether it be against a cushion. The shot making was spot on, and he made a snooker when he needed to as well. Yeah, we are seeing Al versus Aled by the looks of things. Give Ronnie a chance to get a drink and get his blazer off. So,
and Al's broken off.
He's potted there, hasn't he?
Yes. Either ball here is quite good. Either ball they got a chance to clear it up.
Yeah, just a couple of yellows near where we see on the right and bottom left of the table.
Yeah, chose the reds there anyway.
He can certainly put his foot down as a serious contender to win this match. If he gets a few balls in now, powered that red into the middle pocket. So this week's quiz question. We're on the theme of nicknames again, Nick.
Yeah.
Big Al, who we see at the table now.
Who's just missed easy red.
He's just Mr. Easy Red, yeah, wearing the maroon shirt. Has been called 3 of the following nicknames over the time he's been playing with us, which he's liked and accepted. A. Mad Dog. B. Professor. C. The Bear. D. Powerhouse. So which one has he not been called? That's Mad Dog, Professor, The Bear and Powerhouse.
Powerhouse I'm going for.
As usual, this series will be giving you the answer at the end of this show. A nice containing shot there from Aled, covering the pocket. Do you know why people might give you the nickname Woody? Or why someone might do?
Because the way you play.
No, I mean you. Why is your
Me?
cue a bit woody? Well, I imagine most cues are woody.
I suppose it's the type of cue you might use, or it might be the way you put how if you're quick or a slow player. And if you think too much or you attack too much.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I imagine Woody would be kind of quite a slow player. If you say someone's Woody, it would probably mean they're quite slow and boring rather than quick and attacking. But yeah, do you not know a movie star with your second name?
With my second name.
Yeah, famous.
With Alan.
Yeah, a movie director as well as an actor of both serious films and comedies.
Surname or first name?
First name, same second name. A Midsummer Night's Sex comedy. Everything you wanted to know about sex, but were afraid to ask.
Not seen that.
Directed other films: The Purple Rose of Cairo, Bananas, Zelig.
Not seen any of that.
Annie Hall, Melinda and Melinda. I've got his box set. Yeah, Woody Allen. You not heard of Woody Allen?
Never heard of him.
I'm guessing you haven't heard of Bad News Allen either then.
No.
Bad News Brown?
No.
I think you know more recent wrestlers, don't you, than 90s wrestlers?
Who do I know? I think Batista. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Chris Jericho.
You didn't watch it as a kid then, you watched it more sort of...
Sting.
What did you say then? Dink?
Sting.
Oh, Sting. Oh, Sting, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this Sting in the old WCW, or is this Sting when he did The Crow and when he...
Well, it's the same person, isn't it?
It is, but which Sting do you most fondly remember?
I think I'll say the Crow when... Is it the Crow when he was in TNA?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, Sting was one of my favourites back in the late 80s, early 90s WCW. Well, we recorded late night WCW. It was on very late at night, late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, the Attitude Era also a good era of wrestling, as well as the 90s and the 80s.
Yeah, Hulkmania.
Yeah, I'd probably say when Hulkamania started, that's when I consider the golden era having to have started about obviously WrestleMania 1 in 1985. That was when it really kicked off, when it stopped becoming a regional thing in America and became national. But anyone who knows me from wrestling will criticise me if I don't give credit to the World of Sport era as well in England, 60s and 70s. That was also a great period for wrestling.
They need to show in England, don't they? Shown by English TV as well.
Yeah, they did a New World of Sport on BBC, but a couple of years ago. Occasionally they had matches.
There was a series on ITV, wasn't there, for a while?
Yeah, I think that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
had the TNA British Boot Camp on Challenge TV a few years ago.
Yeah.
This is
of course the most famous English so is Page, probably.
Well, I haven't watched the recent stuff, but yeah, if she's still there, and the likes of Wade Barrett aren't, then I imagine. Well, if you consider
she's not wrestling at the moment, is she? She's not working for. She's not. I think she's working in the background at the moment.
Well, of course you got Drew McIntyre and Sheamus if he's still there. They're two big ones.
And Becky Lynch, she's Irish.
Yeah, I mean, I've just not met them. They weren't sort of the same era as me really, but yeah, was Becky Lynch from Irish Whip Wrestling like Sheamus, or?
I'm not sure.
I don't know where she came from. Big Al's got a chance of finishing these all of a sudden. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna.
This game over.
He's gonna do the job after that war of attrition, as he enjoyed saying himself.
First frame to Big Al.
Yeah, great stuff. Not with us tonight, but I'm sure he'll be happy to know that he got off to a good start.
Yeah, he's won a frame for a change.
So he's looking to. I can give you a sort of a league table at the moment. Mike Jackson, top of the league table. Alan Davies and Simon Popplewell with a draw apiece. And then it's Ron Wilson, who hasn't played. And then I'm bottom at the moment. But we'll give you a better league table after this match has been played. How do you think you'd have fared in this division, Nick?
I think I'd been all right.
I mean, the competition in this division is to, if not to win it, it is to stay in the league. The sixth place will be relegated. The fifth place will have to play off with second place from the second division. So at the very least, just to stay up in this group, take your eye off and you could find yourself relegated. I've got a couple of league places to climb up. I'm currently in the relegation spots, and it's the luck of the draw as well. What with 3 games, I think it is, you could get 3 tough games. So Big Al now has a chance to do some damage. His yellows look good, don't they, Nick?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't easy to get possession. He's got a tough yellow into the middle here. He's not playing it. He's going for... Oh, yeah, a long yellow over the... sort of over the corner bag. He's covered the pocket. That's not a bad result.
Has left easy red on in the middle.
Aled, by all rights, should be potting 3 or 4 balls here. Possibly giving him a chance at doubling that red, which Al has blocked the pocket off. This is his toughest. On a long red down the corner. Well, I say that is, yeah, it's a lovely shot. This red isn't easy, but you'd bank him to make it. Where's a white going? Yeah, it's up, but it's rattled a bit on the pocket, and he's got a very tough red into the middle now. He's just got the cushion. Yeah, he could have done with well, if that had been on target, it would have just stayed up and given L2. Unfortunately for Aled, his red is now not over the middle, it's on the cushion. Big Al just wants to... Yeah, lovely long yellow from Big Al there. He just wants to pot a couple of balls now and he'll be in the driving seat. Again, he's missed the pocket, but he's covered it nicely.
Yeah, it's not even left out a chance of a double.
I say he can't double that red. He's choosing to... Oh, he's chosen to double it in. That's an interesting shot. I don't know if he mishit that or if he was trying to follow the red in after the yellow. If he was, it was completely ambitious. Oh, Big Al's just not... Yeah, he's not done anything too sexy there, has he? But Aled's not got much on. I'll go for this thin red in the middle, surely. It's jawed it, which is not surprising. Do you back Al to finish these, Nick?
Yes, I do. Oh, not left anything easy for Aled.
Yeah, his balls are getting closer, right? Al has 2 balls over the pocket and 1 on the bottom cushion. He's tapping his fingers, right? He wants a bit of... Well, he can just knock this in all fairness. He's come down nicely, got into the ball nicely there. Yeah, very good. Because he can just drop on this yellow now and he's got a... Oh no, he's going for this yellow along the cushion, which is a bit risky.
Well, I suppose he's going for it in case he misses it. Oh, yeah, it's left it up. I thought he was going to play it in a way where if he misses, the white would be still behind the black, but he hasn't.
I think play of Aled's calibre, he's going to be able to get on the black from wherever. I don't think covering a pocket's going to matter. I think Al should have just knocked in the yellow dead weight and then given himself a better angle and just dropped the yellow in along the pocket, along the cushion. Aled's come too far there. It's not over yet.
He might play triple.
He's gone for a thin cut. Missed it.
You think this should be? You think Big Al should clear up from here?
A triple, Nick?
Yeah, but there's black in the middle.
Maybe a double. Yeah, I tell you what, that's worked out nice for him though, hasn't it? It's just dropped on the yellow. He just needs to probably get in and screw this back a bit or put a bit of right on it to make sure he does get past the black. Yeah, perfect.
This should be 2-0.
Joey's Mike Jackson at the top of the league. Yeah. A fair result, Nick?
Yes. Alex did play as well as he can.
I think his confidence has been knocked a bit. I think he was in control against Simon and didn't get over the line. And I think that's affected him in this one as well.
It looks like it, yes.
So a 2-0 defeat there for Aled, and he's just got me and Ronnie below him in the league now. Simon in 3rd place on 1 point with a draw. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen now, whether we change division or whether we stay with this league, or whether I'm going to give you some results. Right, there's a player in sky blue. Simon Popplewell. Maybe that's grey actually, or white. We could be seeing Simon again, maybe. So we haven't seen Ronnie yet, but who do you think might be getting relegated from this group?
I'm gonna say
stick your nose out, stick your head out on this one.
whoever lives to this game.
Looks to me like we are going to see Ronnie.
Yes.
So yeah, then we'll have seen all 6 players in this group. Whilst my dad is reading the fixtures. Unless I'm making people do a football card to pay for the food if Barry's putting us any food on.
Well, he often did. Simon's just missed the easiest red. I think Ronnie's to go yellows.
Yeah, lovely. Just drop in a nice yellow into the middle. And yeah, it's got around nicely there for a half ball. And as you see, I'm climbing under the table to get the what the pool balls came in, the trays. Yeah, lovely shot from Ronnie. Looks like, I'm not sure that yellow can go in the middle. Yeah, we've seen a slower pace, haven't we, than in some matches we've seen on the podcast.
Yes.
I think generally better players play slow as a general rule. Play slower. Many exceptions, of course, to that rule. But generally you'd like a player to play slower, wouldn't you, as a captain, Nick? You know that they're taking their time.
Unless there was an easy clearance, yes.
Well, rushing an easy finish, you take your eye off momentarily, and you'll cock it up. So. Ooh, that's an interesting shot.
How did you miss that in the middle?
It's almost like he's trying to do it on purpose, wasn't it, the way he played it?
Yes.
Beautifully and softly into the jaw of the middle, rather than just whacking it. Now this is a possible opportunity for playing his yellow straight through into the red and following the yellow in afterwards. I think you're in a decent position to do that skill shot. Do you think, Nick?
Yes.
No surprise Ronnie isn't going for it. He's got a long yellow on the cushion there. Lovely.
Maybe Ronnie didn't really understand the skill shot, maybe. Because I've never seen him do one.
I Yeah, I might have seen him play the odd one. I think he was aware of them when he was playing with us. I think as a rule of thumb for Ronnie though, if he was struggling with plants, I think just pretend the ball over the pocket isn't there and just play it as if you were trying to pot the thing. Yeah, Simon has some nice position there for his Reds. Just stun this across, yeah. Do you back him to clear up here, Nick?
Not sure about the red on the cushion.
Yeah, that's the problem ball. Yeah, no problems there. So this could be a double, maybe, if he chooses not to go for the thin cut. Would you be doing thin cut or double here, Nick? I think I'd be doing double.
I'd go to double, I think.
Yeah, that's. I think we saw Ella do one of them previously. Just it's hard to get a really thin cut in the middle unless you just leave it tethering over where the pocket comes out a bit, where the hole comes out. Tough yellow for Ronnie here.
I think he'll get the double here.
Double into the middle, definitely. And come round for the black in the middle. Oh, he would have been alright there as well with his position. Hard luck. It's all about what Simon can do here. Yeah, lovely. If he can drop this one in the middle, he's got the chance of playing this difficult red, which isn't on the cushion but down the cushion. I'd be putting the red over the pocket here to try and get a better position. It's not the worst, he's straight on it, but it's a very thin angle. You'd have probably guessed he'd do that, wouldn't you, Nick?
Yes. Ronnie's got it easy yellow, he's just got to worry about where the white's going to go to get on the black.
He just needs to push it through the right amount.
And he has.
Not too bad, it's not a gimme though.
Black goes in the middle. Unless he's going to play the double again.
Another pressure black in the middle like I had against my dad. Oh yeah, lovely shot. Ronnie off to a winning start. Is he a potential contender for lifting the Steve Smith Memorial Cup for the first time since 2010, Nick?
Say never, never, can you?
The Steve Smith Memorial Cup Division 1 hogging the TV table currently.
I think Simon could be in trouble here.
25th of April 2016 on a Monday. Yeah, he just needs to be a bit more clinical, I think, doesn't he, Nick?
Yes, definitely.
A couple of unusual shots in that last one, possibly.
There are a couple of easy balls he missed in that one.
But you can't really criticise him for that long miss, which was his downfall in the end.
Good break though.
Yeah. It's just a bit tied up, aren't they? Yeah, but he's. How many reds did he pot there? 2 reds?
I think so, yeah, and a yellow.
And a yellow, yeah. So he's choosing to go yellows, leave just Ronnie 5 reds on the table when he gets back, if he gets back, which he should, because the balls are really clumped up. From that Mr. Connor Walker walking past there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this came out nicely for him there. Over the corner bag. Wants to try and screw it back, I think. Very good. Because he can cut this thin yellow in and break up the yellow and the black, can't he, Nick?
Yes. Even the message Ronnie's not got easy clearance.
Which is indeed what's happened, but all the yellows are a bit more spread out. The reds are still a bit clumped together. The Steve Smith Memorial Cup being played for the second time in this format of divisions. The exception 2014, which was one big league, which took place over 4 nights. Would you be interested in reviewing that one, Nick?
Yes.
That one was from the Travellers' Rest in Ellesmere Port.
Definitely never played on that table.
Before 2014, from 2010 to 2013, it was done in groups with players proceeding from the groups, advancing from groups, I should say, and players who weren't in the final would have the chance to compete for the plate. The original one was in 2005, but that was just me and a couple of mates in Bolton. It didn't run until 2010. So you could say it's been running for 16 years. But it hasn't been played since 2017. Well, the main cup hasn't been played since 2016. This was the last Steve Smith Memorial Cup to be played 5 years ago. Can Ronnie do anything here? He just wants to... Yeah, he's up against it, isn't he, here, Nick?
Definitely.
So the plate is being played for in Division 1. The winner will be the winner of the plate. I mean Division 2, sorry. And Division 3 are playing for the saucer. It's the first time Division 3 was in the picture, I think, because it's so much interest for this tournament. We had quite a big team at number 15, and most players who played for that team were playing with us. But I'm not even sure. Simon Popplewell, my dad. Big Al probably wasn't even playing much for number 15 at this point. So we've got, I dare say there were 18 players playing in this tournament. We saw 14. You'll see 14 in the Teppid League Cup of this year if you haven't done that watch along yet or listened into that one. He's getting there, isn't he, Nick? He's getting there.
Yeah, yes. It's just making it every time he thinks he's always moving the balls and making it more difficult for himself.
Just going to want to play a nice tight snooker here. Hope you didn't foul there, Mr. Wilson.
Unless they agree to play Bundy rules.
I would have absolutely kicked off, I think, Nick. Well, I wouldn't, but I would have a few stern words to say if changed the tournament rules. He's knocked that red over the pocket. I tell you what. When he has a chance here.
Why is going to pot this?
I'd probably be putting a bit of right on here, but no, he's just dropped it in, which is... He gives him... Would you be playing the double here or the thin cut? The thin cut, and he probably knocks his other red out into a potting position. Yeah, perfect. Well, it's not an important position, but it's better than what it was.
Or even if he doesn't put, he can cover the pockets and stop that yellow going in.
Yeah, if he puts it into that far pocket, he covers Simon's yellow. Let's make sure he doesn't underhit this one. Taking his time on this one, rightly so. Where you can't see his head's covering it. He's not made it. Right, the ball is in Simon's court now. Screwed it back straight into the jaw of the middle, but he's managed to keep it up.
He's lucky the white didn't go down.
It's a tough thin black here.
He's got to go for the double, surely. Oh no!
He's come close.
It's left runny. Not a simple red, but a red you expect to pop.
I mean, it's a pressure as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on down into the corner.
It's got a long black, but he should have missed the black because the black's covering over the pocket.
I seldom know Ronnie to follow it in. Hit the black half ball. Yeah, good result for Ronnie.
2-0.
2-0.
I think Simon could be in trouble.
Yes, Simon just with the one draw out of the two matches. Ronnie heads to the top of the table with Big Al and Mike Jackson. Those three in the current places to carry on and win the... I think Ronnie's shaking his head at me there for some reason. I don't know if he didn't approve of some stipulation about the format or something, or was a bit confused by it. Did I just point out to Ricky where the lavatories were? It's Alistair Elliott looks to be stepping up to the table to play his Division 2 game wearing that famous green jacket. I think we'll leave it there. Can you give us anything else you got to say, Nick?
If anybody wants to play pool and they're looking for a team member, I could do it. More than welcome to come and play for me.
Or Cliff Hurst at the Cherry Orchard.
Or for Cliff at the Cherry Orchard.
I think you can put yourself forward as a preference there, can you? So yeah, consider your team first, eh, Nick? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
So yeah, the top three at the moment will be the players.
You might enjoy it more. You might enjoy it more if you play for me.
Well, yeah. Cliff's team's a premier team. Sometimes you can have more fun in the lower leagues, can't you? The three most serious players at the moment: Mike Jackson, Ron Wilson, Alan Kavanagh, all with 100% records. And the top three will get to play off at the end of the Swiss system for the Steve Smith Memorial Cup in a prelim match and a final. So who's your money on so far, Nick?
Either Big Al or your dad.
So yeah, we'll watch this space.
One of those two.
Well, speaking of Big Al, so you thought he'd been called the Bear, the Professor and the Mad Dog as nicknames, but you didn't think he'd been called the Powerhouse, did you?
No.
Well, Powerhouse was a name he used most recently for the 2016 Shield. Around 2010 we came up with the names Mad Dog and the Bear for him. But yeah, Big Al hasn't been called the Professor. My dad was called the Professor.
Well, you have now.
No, I think we can agree with that. Ronnie can be called the Professor of Pool, but no, not Big Al. He probably does want to be called it, but no. I don't know, Nick. Keep calling him Professor. It might catch on.
Yeah.
Well, nighty night.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick, for joining us. Your commitment to the cause is no less than impressive. 19 straight episodes you've done with me.
Yeah.
Hope everyone is enjoying them.
Yes, hopefully get some more people on, more visitors on.
Let us know if you want to join the podcast. Let us know if you have any suggestions for anything you'd like to see or hear. And that's all from both of us. Cheers, Nick.
Cheers.